Hey, all you viewers to play later, how we doing today? Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good whatever it is when you're watching this one. Where is that weird one? Okay, we're up to another miniature follow-up one. This one's a huge one. I'm calling this miniature follow-up House Festivus is born. Whoo! Now, before we get into a lot of the fun with these guys, because I got three miniatures, well, I got three big robots to show you today. I really do. Well, two big and one small. We're going to get the adulting out of the way, okay? Seriously, we do this in every video. Here is a word from our unofficial sponsor.
What up, you amazing people? Hope you're doing well today. Chris has asked me to do a quick elevator spill just for you. Now, here at Copper John's, I'm always preaching be proud of who you are, no matter what. What this means to me is simply that you're going to go out there to the world and present yourself in a way that you are proud of. So my job is to create something that allows you to do that. So here at Copper John's, I have 13 different scents, all in beard oil, beard butter, beard balm, mustache wax, spray clone, and a few of the solid clones. But we also have some amazing cold press soaps, beard shampoos, whether conditioning or stripping, beard conditioner, and some crazy cool combs. I am truly grateful for every one of you guys. If you ever need anything, please don't hesitate to hit me up. I'm here. Have a great day, guys. Take care.
Incredible guy, incredible company. Seriously, if you're into self-care, you know, like men's grooming and whatnot, even just self-care, click that link down below. Copper John's got you hooked up. All right. Now, a little while ago, I brought the Crash This Night Castigator. Sorry, I keep getting them screwed up with the Flaming Pike guy, which is actually in the mail, so I'll have all three soon. And the Crash This Night Lancer. I showed you them basically unassembled and said I had great ideas for their bases. Whoo! So all I'm going to say is, Also, with painting these guys and getting into Adeptus Titanicus and Legio Imperialis, House Festivus has gone down to a smaller form. Now, I know you're going Festivus. It's Seinfeld. I had to do some thinking because I really didn't want to do a lore house. I wanted to come up with a paint scheme of my own that really spoke to me and told me that, hey, I like this. I started painting my first one around Christmas time, so I went, okay, well, Christmas colors. Red, green, silver. I looked at that, and the whole family went, hey, I kind of like that, but it may have been a little different in gold. So the Castigator got red, green, gold. So basically, the red, green, silver, gold is going to interact between everything with House Festivus. And I thought to myself, when all these behemoths, the knights, the titans, everything are moving, big, booming, loud speakers just creating havoc, well, there's your airing of the grievances. They're wading into war, airing how much we hate you and why we hate you and why we have to kick your butt. House Festivus. It just fit. Coming over Christmas, coming over here, there we go. So, without much further ado, oh, man, yeah, let's get to the Night Lancer. Okay, so here's part of them and the base. The base, I wanted something different. Now, granted, like I said before with other ones that I've brought to the channel, I thought about 30K with a lot of these guys because on the box it said the Horus Heresy. A lot of these guys were basically detailed over to the Emperor's Palace, so it would have been a muddy base, but I thought to myself, okay, that's going to get kind of old with concrete and Reckland flush shade over the top, which I usually do to create the muddy concrete look. I thought to myself, well, okay, I can have snow on the ground, which is kind of like the ash from everything burning and falling all around. I thought about old World War I style tank traps in World War II with the big dragon's teeth. So, okay, if you figure about the size of the leg and how high those are up, there we go, we have a little bit of fun with a tank. You can also see I learned some new ways to do snow. I'll get into that in a moment. But, like I said, the red, the silver, and the green. Yeah. Now, right here on the back, you can see that glaring little hole right there. Right there. I put a piece in wrong. So, yeah, that was a learning point for me. The red, is done in my standard Custodes red. I just made a little addition to the end with adding a dark tone. Now the greens on these guys, in case you're curious, I started with a base of Caliban green, gave it a dry brush with Warpstone green, Moot green, lightly dry brush Phalanx yellow, went over it with Army Painter's military shade, let that dry, and then when I was done with everything on the miniature, it got a massive coat of dark tone. So that's what brought out some deeper colors to me, and I really like that. If you can see kind of what looks like scratch marks on his legs, that's kind of like the the Phalanx yellow. And I like how that turned out, like he was kicking things or moving through things and scraping the armor. Now for the Dragon's Teeth, I went a little bit overboard with Typhus Corrosion. I brought it up from a black to a couple grays to a white to give me a concrete look. But I figured it's out in the mud, it's out in the disease, it's out in the crap. It's got to look a little grimy, right? So I started doing some Typhus Corrosion. As you can see, it didn't get everywhere, but it gave it a weird look to it. Like I said, I went a little overboard. All I went was to Hobby Lobby, got me some big-ass wine corks, and went, okay, there's my Dragon's Teeth. All right, I learned something new for the Lancer tip there. Normally I was going to go with my Custodes, the power weapons and do that. But he was bigger, so instead of using Corax white to do highlights, I used an apple barrel white with a very light dry brushing all over it and Frost Heart right out of the pot. So it gave me that weird, like it's charging up look, which especially where I had to put like the ancient bronze brassy thing right there, and even on the back, to help conduct that electricity so it's taking the shot. I even gave Frost Heart straight out of the pot, all up and down the thing to make it look like the energy charge was coming up. Just like I did over here on the Force Shield, or whatever you're calling it. The thing that killed me is I found a area called Deadly Prince, who has a great 3D print for like, the Force Shield coming out. But unfortunately, my bank won't let me purchase from Europe. So, yeah, I got to go a different way to get that. But still, that was the founding member of House Festivus. And I believe, I called him the Green Weenie. See, I even took a silver Sharpie, wrote it down below so I could not forget his name. I liked how he turned out. He taught me an awful lot about painting Titans and Knight Lancers. I primed him in Leadbelcher and gave him a serious coat of, oh my god, I can't remember, Graveyard Gray mixed 60-40 with Speed Paint Medium, Army Painter Graveyard Gray. So that really gave me a great look for an oily look for the machine parts. All right, let's get to the Castigator. This was the guy, if you remember in my review, I said, oh my god, this is going to piss me off, and this is really, really going to test my patience with the Ammo Hopper. The Ammo Hopper wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. The only time it was a pain in the ass was painting him, trying to get around certain things. So here's my Castigator. I really wanted to switch some things up, so I went with like the red top and some green trim, as opposed to the other one with green top and red trim. I really wanted things a little bit different on them, so I went with the gold. Now, remembering with the last one, I actually got that piece right this time. He went together seriously really buttery smooth. I was actually shocked how awesome it went together. So I took the new stuff that I learned for doing snow, which I'm going to have a tutorial out real soon. I saw a short on YouTube, and I went, it cannot be that easy. And oh, fuck me, it is. It's transforming my snow to a different level, which, seeing how I do Space Wolves for Heresy and 40k, snow is going to be part of the bases. And even with my Stormcast Eternals coming across a muddy, snowy battlefield, it's going to up their game too. The gold on here was from Two Thin Coats. I think it was Spartan Bronze, covered with just the dark tone from Army Painter. I thought it brought out a rich depth that I really, really wanted for like the Christmassy look. Seriously, so all the colorations were the exact same as before. No changes. I did cut down a little bit on filling in on the insides, like for ball joints and everything. I just wanted him to be looking like a big, dirty, sword-wielding, we've got twin, what is the bolt gun, whatever, bolt gun things, whatever. I called this guy the Red Wave, just simply because when he opens up on that, infantry just disappears. He was seriously a lot easier to put together than I thought he would be. He was fun to paint. Like I said, the only pain in the ass part was trying to maneuver around the ammo hopper. Okay, so after doing these guys, going in there, you're not bumping into anything. I did get the Adeptus Titanicus box set. You've seen this guy before. So I thought to myself, look, when I get into Legio Imperialis, I'm going to be doing Space Wolves. I'm not even going to mess with the Solar Auxiliary that comes with it. I'm going to probably give those to somebody when I get into it. All I want is Space Wolves. I know back during the Heresy, and even later on in 40K, Titans were attached to Legions and now Chapters. So I thought to myself, am I going to do a Space Wolf style thing? Then I went, no. House Festivus gets smaller. So yeah, see, I just took the stuff that I learned and brought it down to a smaller scale. Same tricks, same tips, same everything going through there. So as you can see, when you come up with a pretty good scheme, and for those of you who ask, no, I have not magnetized my Knights or my guys for Adeptus Titanicus. Why? Number one, I'm stupid. Number two, I didn't have any magnets. I'm rectifying that for a future video to see how that turns out. You got to start somewhere, right? So like I said, I just brought them down smaller, but I did stick with the concrete for defending the Emperor's Palace theme. I will say some of those AK Scenics, like I think this one is Lunar Earth. It basically looks like Astro Granite. You get a lot more in the pot. It works a lot smoother to me, creates a better texture looking thing, but it's just me. I'm going to talk about that in a future video too. This is just a miniature follow-up. House Festivus arises. I had to. I'm sorry. I had to. It's the geek in me, okay? It's the absolute geek in me. But still, now we are at the best part in the video. Seriously, we really, really, truly are. I love this in every video I do because I seem to learn more from you guys than I do anywhere else. I want to know your questions, comments, love, hatred, and anger, all that fun stuff down below. I'll admit, a little scared. What do you think of House Festivus, the color schemes? What do you think of what I did? How do you think, the bases on the Knights look? Wait till you see the snow thing that I'm going to put out. It's so simple. Even my son, Caden, can do it. For those of you who know, you know. Like I said, do you like the color schemes? Do you like the idea of House Festivus? If I was smarter, I'll admit I would have left the banners on the Knights. That way I could put like little scribbles, how they were running into with the grudges being right there. But I didn't like the look of the banners on the Lancer after I had already sprayed it, so I clipped them off, and that was before I came up with House Festivus. So I have to go with the broadcasting is the airing of the grievances. Yes. It's like BOTN meets the Imperial Guard. But they call it grudges, we call it grievances. Go figure. 6 and 1, half dozen another. Like I said, what do you think? Let me know down below. Now, if it made you laugh, made you cringe, made you cry, made you do any of that while filming this video, and I'm pretty sure that it did, please hit that big old thumbs up. It's only going to show love and support to the channel, give you good karma, help you roll natural sixes. Like I said, you put out good, you get good back. Who knows? Maybe at that one spot at the gaming store where your commander's about to get his ass whooped, karma's going to go, hey, he helped out across the tabletop and give you that 6 to save his life. Whoo! But there we go, guys. Like I said, the whole miniature follow-up, House Festivus arises. I want to thank you for watching this one. I hope you're having a great day today, a safe day today, and Emperor willing, one day I'll see all of you across the tabletop.